Hi everyone, welcome to SRV Academy of Accounts. Here all my preparations and presentations are only in exam point of view. Follow my regular classes and get more marks in your semester exam. Subject Corporate Accounting 2, Chapter Liquidation of Company, Class 2. Dear students, and today we are going to work out at another important problem in Liquidator Final Statement. Without delay, let's we move on to the today's session. See the question number 2. The following particular relative to limited company which has gone into voluntary liquidation, you are required to prepare the liquidator final statement allowing for its remuneration at 3% on amount realized and 2.5% on amount paid to the unsecured creditors. Okay. Share capital 5,000 preference shares of 100 each fully paid, 30,000 equity shares of 10 each fully paid, 12,000 equity shares of 10 each 8 paid. Next, assets realized 9,24,000 excluding the amount realized by the sale of securities held by the secured creditors. The preferential creditors here 24,000, unsecured creditors given 8,51,094, secured creditors, the creditors value 1,38,000 and security realized 1,62,000. The excess amount we called as a surplus. Okay. Debentures having floating charges at rupees 3 lakhs, expenses of liquidation amounted to rupees 9,000. A call of rupees 2 per share on partly paid equity shares was duly paid except in case of one shareholder owning 1,200 shares. So with help of these information, you have to prepare the liquidator's final statement account. So here three types of shareholders, preference shares and two types of equity shares, 10 each fully paid and 10 each 8 paid, 12,000 equity shares. Here assets realized 9,24,000 excluding the securities held by the secured creditors. Okay. The preferential creditors given 24, unsecured creditors given 8,51,94 and secured creditors 1,38 but realized assets 1,62. So debenture having floating charges 3 lakhs, expenses on liquidation 9,000 is given, and here the unpaid call money 2 rupees per share. So duly paid except in one shareholders owning 1,200. Okay, come on. Now let's we move on to the calculation of liquidator final statement. Dear students, before finding the liquidator final statement, you always give the more preference to the finding the liquidator remuneration. See here. And first note, calculation of liquidator remuneration. So 3% on the amount realized. Yes. So 9,24,000 assets realized and 24,000 rupees was surplus from secured creditors. So 9,48,000 into 3%, 28,440 and followed by 2.5% on the preferential creditors. So in this given 2.5% on unsecured creditors is given. I told you, you always consider the unsecured creditors means including preferential creditors. So a preferential creditors how much? 24,000 into 2.5, 600 rupees. Okay. See. Now we move on to the liquidator final statement. Yes. Write down the heading, the liquidator final statement of account. You may divide the 6 columns, the receipts, amount, payment, amount. Now we start with the debit side. To assets realized is given 9,24,000 and surplus, the secured creditors. Secured creditors realized 1,62,000 and how much the secured creditors? The value is 1,38,000 and find the difference. The difference we called as a surplus. Unpaid call money received. So out of 12,000 equity shares, except 1,200 shares, the remaining 10,800 shareholders, they paid the 2 rupees, the final call. So 10,800 into 2, 21,600 and find the total how much? 9,69,600. So out of 9,69,600 and we are going to make a payment to the liabilities. So one by one, we start with legal charges and followed by liquidation expenses. 9,000 rupees is given and liquidator remuneration. We are going to find the value out of the first working note. And so far we calculated the amount out of assets realized and 600 rupees out of preferential creditors. And by debenture holders, so 3 lakh rupees here given, and followed by preferential creditors 24,000. And finally, here unsecured creditors. So here we are going to check whether we have sufficient value or insufficient. See the total receipts how much? 9,69,600. Just you deduct so far what you made a payment one by one. So out of 9,69,600, you deduct first 9,000 rupees and next liquidator remuneration. As of now, so out of assets realized 28,414 and 600 rupees from preferential creditors, you deduct both the values and followed by and 3 lakh rupees you deduct out of receipts and you deduct 24,000. And finally, what we are going to have balance? 6,07,560. How much? 6,07,560. Okay. Now, 2.5% on the amount paid to the unsecured creditors, the balancing figure. See, how much we have to pay to the unsecured creditors? 8,51,094. Now, how much we have a balance? 6,07,560. So, you have sufficient or insufficient? Insufficient of fund. Okay. So, see, my dear, and we are going to find the liquidator remuneration. So 6,07,560 is insufficient into 2.5 divided by 102.5. So here what is the balance? 14,819. So this is the amount from unsecured creditors. Find the total 43,859. The total amount we are going to transfer to the liquidator final statement. How much? 43,859. Okay. And finally, you find what is the closing balance. See here, and what we have a receipt total. So how much we have total receipts? 9,69,600. Once again, you deduct. We made a payment. See here, out of 9,69,600, you deduct one by one. 9,000 minus 43,859 minus 3 lakhs minus 24,000, and what is the balance? That balance amount is 5,92,741. So this is the amount we are going to settle to the unsecured creditors. Simple. I hope you understood the concept very well. Dear students, please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon to get the further notification of my new uploads. Thanks for watching.